Welcome to Art History, Japan before 1333. The Islands of Japan. Japanese culture boasts a history several millennia old and is characterized by independent developments and cultural exchange with other East Asian cultures, primarily China and Korea. The history of the art of Japan is traditionally divided between the pre-Buddhist and Buddhist eras. The Jomon is Japan's earliest cultural period, named for the cord-like decoration of its pottery. In the Yayoi period, cultural exchange is evident in the Dotaku, which are modeled after Han Chinese bells. Kofun period barrow mounds held decorative clay cylindrical figures called Haniwa. Japan's Buddhist history begins in the Asuka period. Architecture of the Nara period shows strong influence of the Shang Chinese. The arrival of esoteric Buddhism in the Heian period influenced its artistic production, increasing the demand for painted mandalas. The period is also known for its narrative scroll paintings. In the Kamakura period, shoguns replaced emperors as ruling figures and were patrons of diverse types of artworks, including the hanging scrolls and wood portraits. Civil war in 1332 ended the Kamakura period. Early religion of Japan centered on Shinto beliefs relating to earth spirits. The earliest known art-producing culture was the Jomon. This earthenware pot was made during the Middle Jomon period, 2500 to 1500 BCE. A cast bronze Dotaku bell with incised figure motifs is from the Yayoi period, following the Middle Jomon period. The Yayoi period was one of great cultural change. Dotaku incised bells are the earliest existent examples of pictorial Japanese art and were often placed in graves. Kofun period. Ko means old and fun means tomb. The largest keyhole-shaped tomb belongs to Emperor Mintoku and is surrounded by 3 moats. Objects in the burial include imperial regalia, swords, comma-shaped jewels, and Chinese bronze mirrors. The mirrors offer magical protection. Haniwa's cylindrical clay statues of humans, animals, and objects were placed around the tomb, and perhaps represented the realm of the deceased that was ruled in life. The Nara period began in 645, which reforms that lead to an established centralized government rather than the ruling clans. Toribushi's Saka Triad is among the earliest existent examples of Japanese Buddhist sculpture. It depicts the historical Buddha and 2 bodhisattvas. The bronze Yasukushi Triad from the Nara period, 7th or 8th century, has greater anatomical definition and shape, revealing drapery. The Buddhist Kondo building in Horyuji. Phoenix Hall was built during the Heian period, 1053. The elaborate winged form evokes the Buddhist palace in his Pure Land paradise. The building's bird-like shape refers to the imperial might associated with the empress. Seated Amida by artist Jocho. The Buddha sits on a lotus blossom. Genji visits Murashaki. Hand scroll with ink and colors. Japan's most admired literary classic is Tale of the Genji by Murasaki Shibuku, a lady-in-waiting at the court. It tells of the lives and the loves of Prince Genji and his descendants. It provides the reader with a view of Heian court culture. This hand scroll depicts the flying storehouse from Legends of Mount Seiji. Ink with gold and silver on decorated paper collage. The artist's interest in naturalism is evident in this portrait of a priest from Todaiji made of painted cypress wood. The priest Kuya converted to Ahmadiyism after killing a deer. Horrified, he devoted the rest of his life to roaming the countryside, preaching the faith of Amida. Dressed in ragged clothes and holding a walking staff, topped with antlers of that deer. The Heiji scroll is an example of historical narrative painting. Splashes of brilliant color capture the drama of the fire. Amida descending over the mountains. The image is often placed in the room of a dying person, from the Kamakura period in the 13th century.